Like, there's no pressure or anything. You're just being you. And the thing is, it's like a streamer, right? People are watching the streamer, but when they have their friends in the background, they're part of, like, damn, why he has friends in real life. Like, how are his friends? You know? And that's what makes you so entertaining, that you're like a third person, but you mean something. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just look at it like that. Like, it's just you're everybody, anything somebody's doing. Like, I don't care who. You know what? I'll sum it up like this. This is a smart way to think about it. It's like a random person in this world. Like, let's say you were just looking through the lens of somebody in Japan, right? And you're just looking in the lens from their eyes and seeing what they do in their life. It would be interesting, you know, to hear, to see what. Yeah, and that's why, like, people like that. They seeing somebody else's words that they're actually using in their life to explain to other people. Like, that's interesting. It's like people watching, you know? Like, you just stand outside and you just watch people. There's no actual meaning to it. You're just watching people, and it's just entertaining. Yeah. Dude, that's such a badass way to look at it, dude. It really is. That's so badass. And you know what? I was watching a podcast yesterday. It was Joe Rogan podcast, and he was literally saying, like, the concept of a podcast is so interesting, is because, like we were talking about, you could be on the outside of the room, kind of listening to it, but you're in that moment, and they're across the world, and it happened like a year ago. You know what I mean? It's like, how? It's like you're right there in that moment, in the room, actually, a year ago, listening to somebody else's conversation. Like, it's just so wild. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I like music, because God forbid, right? I died in 2 seconds, right? But go listen to my music, and that shit's forever. You know, like, you listen to that, you're like, what the fuck was this boy's mindset on? Like, what was he creating? You know, like, you look at the past, and you feel like you have forever. You feel like this is all forever, but it's not. You know, and it's like, to be in that moment from somebody else's life is insane. You know what I mean? Like, the concept of that. It's like, how I feel like I'm in the same room with this person, but I never met them one day in my life, you know? It's, yeah, they're not even here no more. Exactly. It's so insane. It's so wild to think that, bro. And that's why, like, when death happens, it's always one of those things where it's like when Kobe dies, right? R.I.P. to my boy, Black Mamba. But you can, when he dies, you go, damn, like, that's really the end of him. And then you see who he was. Like, I don't know how to explain that. Like, it's like you were there in that moment. Yeah, it's so wild, bruh. Man, this shit is wild, bro. I'm recording right now still. This shit's crazy. It's true, man. It's true. Oh, and by the way, everybody listening right now, this is basically just the podcast. This is probably like episode 9 or 10 or whatever. I kind of been creating little episodes. I don't know. I have to go back into the vault. But this is basically episode 1. If you really think about it. 23rd February 2025. My boy Mastermind THC Epec Epec. You know what I'm saying? THC Epec on the podcast with me. So, you know what I'm saying? We out here listening to motherfucking Star Wars and jamming Yoda and motherfucking smoking Kylo Ren lightsabers, bro. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Shout out to Baby Yoda, you know what I'm saying? Baby Yaga, you know what I'm saying? Bobby Yaga, you know what I'm saying? Southside Fair, shout out to him, bruh. You know what I'm saying? He definitely inspired me, you know what I'm saying? To have a ray of sunshine inside, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, he opened up my heart to, like, just happiness You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying. Anyways, but shout out to my boy TAC for real once again, man. Still recording.